Horses are on the track.
G'day folks, and welcome to our racing segment today. The spotlight yesterday fell on Doomben, where the 10,000 was the principal race, marred by a very roughly run affair, and two jockeys are on the sidelines under suspension, Glenn Boss for 2 months and Kevin Moses for a total of 9 meetings. Shane Dye didn't get to ride Slight Chance in the Doomben 10,000 because he had a spectacular spill in an earlier race. Shane's in our Brisbane studio today. And
Hi,
we're
John.
pleased to report, mate, you've come out of it pretty well. If there's such a thing as a good fall, that was it. You got thrown clear of the horse and clear of the running rail.
Yeah, I was very lucky, John. There's no doubt about that. He went straight through the fence. He kind of went over me as he was getting back up the horse, but I was very, very lucky. I've just got a stiff neck and a sore hip.
Shane, let's have a look at it. Firstly, we'll get them as they come out of the barrier. You actually jump in front, number 7 Saddlecloth, and now you're just easing back when he starts to bump into the rail, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just climbed the rail, John. You can see me here. Here he goes, and he throws me right over, and I was very, very lucky.
Now,
but,
here's the slow-mo, Shane. Let's talk about it again.
It was nobody's fault at all. It was the horse. See how he's jumping the fence or trying to climb it, and he just threw me straight off. I couldn't do anything. But I'm just glad it was nobody's fault, and no one was to blame. It was the horse's fault. Yeah. And I was very lucky that the horses behind, no one got seriously injured.
One complete section of railing became dislodged and flew into the air. Now, fortunately, that didn't happen a second or two earlier, or that piece of railing could have landed on horses.
Yeah, that's dead right. I suppose the lucky one in the race was Jimmy Cassidy, because he got checked shortly after the start, and he was going to follow me in the race. So it just left a bit of a gap. And that's why no other horses got interfered with or fell.
Now, that was a pretty interesting race eventually. It was won by Al Jarsi, who's got a rap on him a mile long, by Ken Dorr out of Like a Show, bred to be anything. Didn't look as impressive as he did in winning at Randwick recently, but let's pick up Alan Thomas's call. Watch Al Jarsi as he goes to the line for Gavin Eads.
Al Jarsi's now called upon for the effort. He's going up on the outside. Oh, he's coming into it quickly, Al Jarsi. And they're followed by Maltese Grey and Water out as Confident Kid. 300 metres to go, and Al Jarsi raced up with Sahara Batan. Maltese Grey battling hard, and Full Scope is next. Al Jarsi, Sahara Batan, Full Scope and Maltese Grey. Al Jarsi's just in front of Sahara Batan. Al Jarsi, Sahara Batan, they hit it. Al Jarsi, I think. Al Jarsi.
Well, how did he go as well as he did at Randwick?
I don't think he did, John, but it was still a very good run. There's no doubt about that. He drew wide and he was off the track the whole way, John. And you've got to remember the 3 horses he beat here all had very good runs, either on the fence or one off the fence. And Lee Freeman and Gavin Eads have got a very high opinion of this horse.
What a Poet staged a terrific finishing burst to win the Doomben Classic. He carried the Rough Habit colours, is trained like Rough Habit by Johnny Wheeler. You couldn't believe the way this horse comes home over the last 200. Now watch closely, coming around the turn, he's got a dark blue cap and he's in front of only 3 horses. What a Poet.
Corner than Wayne Court Star. In the Stratum, Pillar of Selden, Headstrong led together. Stylish Mates moved to third. Tenor coming on the outside, then Diamond Harbour, followed by Magic Road and Gold Cup. Pillar of Salts, Full Bore. He's just in front of Headstrong. On the outside, Stylish Mate, and here's Diamond Harbour. Diamond Harbour sweeping from nowhere's raced up. Diamond Harbour takes the lead. What a Poet's coming from nowhere. What a Poet!
Shane, had he got out of a pocket earlier, he'd have won by 3 or 4 lengths.
There's no doubt about that, John, and he's being set for the Queensland Derby now. I still think the run of the race was Pillar of Salt. It was a very fast run race, and most of the horses up there stopped, and he fought on very well. He was always 3 and 4 deep the whole way, and I'm sure he's a horse to follow, but the winner was impressive, John.
Now, the Doomben 10,000, you'll see 2 riderless horses here as they turn for home, namely Silver Neon and Badgio. They lost the riders early. Jockeys Grant Cooksley and Billy Goodwin were both unhurt, but it certainly added to the spectacle of the day. Let's pick them up as they turn. Here's Alan Thomas's call of the big one.
Into the straight, Ballast Nap, the leader, joined by Bitmask. All Our Mob on the outside, then Archie, Keelia, Morden and Flitter running home well from Bucks Pride. Bitmask in front past the 200. All Our Mob trying to get to it from Archie, Keelia and Flitter. All Our Mob and Bitmask together at 100 to go. All Our Mob and Bitmask. Flitter is flying on the outside. They hit it. Flitter, I think.
Another big Brisbane win to Jimmy Cassidy, and Shane, this is one heck of a good mare, Flitter.
Yeah, she just jumped out of the ground the last bit, John, but there's so many excuses in this race. Capstad went to the line under a strong hold, ridden by Mick Dittman. He never got a chance at all, and there are so many runners who were interfered with. I did a little commentary for Channel 9 before the races yesterday, and I said the biggest thing to ride in this race is to stay out of trouble. And with 20 runners, it's nearly impossible, and you're always going to get some interference in the race, John.
The mare you would have ridden, Slight Chance, copped a hell of a check in the early part.
Oh, she was very lucky to stand up. There's no doubt about that. She probably should have fallen, and it was a credit to the jockey to stay on. But when there's 20 runners around Doomben in that type of race for that money, you're always going to get interference, as is the case in the Golden Slipper.
Let's switch to Adelaide now. Cup day tomorrow, by the way, and we wish the South Australian Jockey Club a very successful Cup day. The Group 1 Goodwood Handicap was the first leg of the feature double yesterday, and I'll swear blind no more than 3 lengths covered the first 12 horses over the line. A 60-to-1 pop called Ambala, trained by Barry Brook, and this was his first Group 1 runner. What a thrill for the trainer. Here's Ron Paps's call.
And down the outside, Corregidor starting to run on, and they were followed further back by Let Him Ride, who's starting to slide, but the leader, Pitcairn Edition, now from Corregidor, and down the outside, Let Him Ride is starting to come, and so is Simon Stather across the track, getting through Blue Boss, and now Ambala, the mare, put her nose out, and she's grabbed the AWA Goodwood. Second side.
Kiliad in the Jack and Bob Ingham, all cerise colours, buried back in the pack, didn't have much luck.
Probably should have won, John, looking at it. He never got out at all. Simon Stad looked the winner here, but the horse on the inside just got through in time to win. It was a very good run. But 20 runners, once again, a lot of interference and a lot of horses who probably should have finished closer.
Well, the odds-on favourite Trista Love was knocked out of the South Australian Oaks in a scrimmage on the turn into the straight. Now, as they come around the corner, watch in the middle of the field, you'll see an opening close, and Trista Love gets stood on her head.
Quickly, Go Doll was next. Trista Love looking for a way clear. Has a bumping Jewel there and was flattened. Trista Love in big trouble, and Pindy the Grey got to the lead of the 200 by a half to Lake Lucerne. Go Doll, Trivia Lass out of the pack. Further back to Our Lady, but the little grey in front, Pindy. Lake Lucerne the inside. Now Trivia Lass is coming at them. It's Pindy in front, close to home. They're not going to get the grey, I don't think. No, she's got the grey.
Yeah, Pindy ran second in the Australasian Oaks recently.
Yeah, good win, but no doubt Trista Love probably should have won, John. She cost herself at the start. She was slow to jump and got back to last on the fence, but he rode her a treat up until the turn when he got off the fence, because had he stayed on the fence, she probably would have got the run through, but you're not to know that, and that check just put her out of the race. She'll be turned out now and be set for the Cox Plate.
OK, well, Shane, you're a trooper. Thanks very much for making it into the studio today. I know you're pretty stiff and sore, and good luck. You're riding tomorrow on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I'll see how I are in the morning. At this stage, I'm only 50-50 because of my neck. I've got to go to the chiropractors, but it's the Hollandale Cup up here tomorrow, and you've got horses like Innocent King and Durbridge, Maracus, and the horse I'm meant to be riding, Sulkali. So it's going to be a great race.
Take it easy, Shane. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Next Monday week, folks, the Winfield Golden Fleece at Warren, way out in the west of New South Wales, offering one of the most unique trophies I've ever seen in my life, a dazzling merino ram. That's for the Winfield Golden Fleece, Monday week, the 23rd at Warren. Hope to see you there. OK, that's our racing segment. Plenty of winners coming up during the week for you, I hope. Here's a break, and then back with more Wide World of Sports Sunday edition.